man who got Trump elected and keeps his base ignorant, the man who killed Australia's carbon tax. I know he's rich, but is it worth Western civilization? Melania Trump has been in the news a lot lately. I was talking about her in the monologue, and she's on the cover of Us Weekly with this cover, my side of the story. Getting men to change their destructive ways by threatening to leave them, humiliate them, or cut them off in bed.
Did you hear about the latest Trump meltdown? Bill Maher's comedy routine about Melania sent the Donald into a full-blown temper tantrum. Trump's skin may be orange, but his face was probably beet red after hearing Maher's brutal roast. We've got all the juicy details on how a few jokes turned into a presidential-sized hissy fit. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Alright folks, buckle up, because Bill Maher just turned the comedy dial up to 11 with his latest roast of Melania Trump. You know those fluffy 25 things you don't know about me lists celebrities love to share? Well, Maher took that idea and twisted it into a comedy grenade with the former First Lady as his target. Maher's fake list for Melania is packed with zingers that'll make you spit out your Kopfpf. Let's dive into some of these spicy facts that paint a picture of the Trump marriage that's about as warm and cuddly as a MAGA hat made of ice. First up, Maher quips that Melania's favorite part of being First Lady was the free spray tans. Ouch! He follows that up with a real kicker, suggesting her secret talent is being able to smile with her mouth while frowning with her eyes.
And finally, new rule, Melania Trump must do what dozens of buildings around the world have done and take the Trump name off. And we got a hold of Melania's. It's not in this magazine, but it's coming out soon. Would you like to hear Melania's 25 things you didn't know about? Melania Trump has been in the news a lot lately. I was talking about her in the monologue, and she's on the cover of Us Weekly with this cover, my side of the story. But what if she had someone to do it with? Divorce is always easier in pairs. What if you had a buddy, Melania?
Talk about a superpower fit for a Trump. But wait, there's more. Maher claims Melania's guilty pleasure is looking at photos of literally anyone else's husband. Yikes, that's colder than a Slovenian winter. He even jokes that her favorite movie is The Great Escape. I wonder why. As the list goes on, the jokes get more outrageous. Maher suggests Melania's biggest regret is not negotiating a better prenup, and that her favorite hobby is planning her escape.
It's not anti-feminist to say that in addition to doing everything men can do intellectually, women also have another power. The power of the ultimatum. But they left out my favorite feature in Us Weekly, which is the 25 things you don't know about me. Do you read about this? Because there's another former model who's also married to a super-rich Republican monster, Mrs. Rupert Murdoch, Jerry Hall. And you two have a lot in common. Your husbands are ruining the world.
These aren't just jokes, folks. They're comedy missiles aimed right at the heart of Trump Tower. But the crown jewel of this comedy routine? Maher claims Melania's most prized possession is the shovel she'll use to dig out of the White House lawn. Now that's what I call a gardening project. As these jokes spread faster than fake news on Facebook, we can't help but wonder, how's old Donnie gonna handle this roast of his beloved trophy wife? Will he tweet up a storm? Will he demand Maher be sent to comedy jail? Or will he just sit there, orange face getting redder by the minute as he realizes he can't sue his way out of a punchline? Well, folks, it looks like Trump's got thinner skin than a banana peel in a blender.
You are not to ever again mention the bride catalog's return policy. That man who got Trump elected and keeps his base ignorant. The man who killed Australia's carbon tax. I know he's rich, but is it worth Western civilization? Your unhappiness is obvious. You despise his creepy little monkey fingers touching your hand. So far, over a dozen Republican candidates tried to stop Trump and couldn't. Hillary couldn't. Never.
Our favorite orange man baby just threw a tantrum that would make a toddler look zen. And all because Bill Maher dared to crack a few jokes about his trophy wife. Oh, the humanities. So picture this. Trump's sitting there, probably scrolling through Twitter while scarfing down his third Big Mac of the day when he stumbles upon Maher's roast. At first, he's probably thinking, fake news. But as the jokes keep rolling in, faster than his hair in a windstorm, Donny Boy starts to lose it. Now, we've all seen Trump get his knickers in a twist before, but this was something special. We're talking about a meltdown of epic proportions. It's like watching a cartoon character explode, but instead of smoke coming out of his ears, it's just a bunch of misspelled tweets and hurt feelings.
Toss his boxy clown suits on the front lawn. Just tell him I'm leaving you and I'm taking our child. He would be stunned. We have a child? So kick him to the curb. Slap away that hand for good. Maybe it falls to you now, Melania. You can end this reign of terror, and all you have to do is channel your inner Taylor Swift and walk out the door. You're married to the man who runs Fox News. You're married to the man who made Brexit happen.
You see, Maher didn't just tickle Trump's funny bone, he hit him where it really hurts. Jokes about his marriage and his looks. That's like kryptonite to Superman, except Superman's got better hair and probably pays his taxes. As Trump's rage-o-meter hit critical levels, something magical happened. The more he screamed and shouted, the more people paid attention to Maher's jokes. It's like he was his own worst PR agent, giving Maher's material more airtime than Fox News gives to conspiracy theories. And here's the kicker. With every tweet, every rant, every do something moment, Trump just proved Maher's point. It was like watching a comedy routine come to life, except the punchline was the President of the United States. Talk about art imitating life. But the whole thing turned into what the eggheads are calling death by 1,000 laughs. Each joke, each chuckle, each belly laugh chipped away at Trump's carefully crafted image. You know, the one where he's a tough guy who can handle anything? Yeah, that image just went down faster than Trump's approval ratings.
Getting men to change their destructive ways by threatening to leave them, humiliate them, or cut them off in bed. The Melania's list. I don't know if you'd like to... But these are her rules. Is there anyone left who can check Donald Trump? Yes, Melania. You used to be married to Mick Jagger, and now you're married to a guy who looks like Keith Richards let himself go.
In the end, Trump's tantrum became the story. It's like he handed comedians a gift-wrapped present full of material. I mean, who needs to write jokes when the president's doing all the work for you? Who knew that laughter could be Trump's kryptonite? Bill Maher's comedy routine just proved that a good chuckle can be a powerful weapon against political big shots. It's like watching a cartoon character explode, but instead of anvils, it's jokes doing the damage. Trump's meltdown over Maher's roast shows just how much comedians can rattle the cages of the powerful. It's not just about getting a laugh. These jokes are like tiny truth bombs, exposing the emperor's new clothes one punchline at a time. So next time you're feeling blue about the state of politics, remember, sometimes all it takes is a well-timed zinger to deflate an ego bigger than Trump Tower. Keep laughing, folks. It might just be our secret superpower against political nonsense. After all, who needs fact checkers when you've got late-night comedians doing the heavy lifting?